Your phone lights up again. Friday night group chat. You coming? Everyone is already getting ready. And you are already in sweatpants. Not because you hate them, not because nothing sounds fun, but because the thought of noise, small talk, parking, and pretending to have energy feels heavier than staying home. Then comes the guilt. Maybe they think you are rude. Maybe they think you are boring. Maybe they think you are avoiding them. But what if you are not? What if staying home is not rejection at all? What if it is your mind trying to protect its peace? Psychologists studied this and found something unexpected. People who prefer staying home are not all doing one psychological thing. From the outside, it can look identical. A canceled plan, a quiet apartment, the same show playing again. But inside, very different systems may be running. For some people, home restores energy. For others, home restores control. And for a third group, home opens a private inner world that noise keeps interrupting. The interesting part is not that you stay home. The interesting part is what your mind is protecting when you do. Picture the office birthday lunch. 12 people around one table, forks hitting plates, someone laughing too loudly, a server asking 3 questions while 2 conversations overlap. You like these people. You may even enjoy the lunch. But when you get home, your body drops into the couch, like it has been holding itself up for hours. This is where the first pattern begins. Some people have nervous systems that take in more stimulation than others. Elaine Aron, a clinical psychologist associated with Stony Brook University, studied what she called sensory processing sensitivity. In simple language, it means your brain may notice more tone, more facial expression, more background sound, more emotional shifts in the room. Not because you are fragile, because your attention catches details quickly. Hans Eysenck, a psychologist at the Institute of Psychiatry in London, also argued that introverted people often operate at a higher baseline level of cortical arousal. Everyday translation. Your brain may already be closer to full volume, so a room that feels normal to someone else can feel like 5 radios playing at the same time. This is why social time can be confusing. You can love the people and still feel drained by the setting. You can laugh at dinner and still need silence afterward. You can want connection without wanting the volume that often comes with it. For this type of person, home is not the absence of life. It is the place where the nervous system finally stops bracing. The lights are familiar, the sounds are chosen, the pace belongs to you. And that matters, because when your mind has been filtering too much for too long, quiet does not feel empty. It feels like oxygen. If this is you, you are not being dramatic when you need a night in. Your body may simply know when it has reached capacity before your words do. Now imagine a different night. The plan starts as dinner at 7. Then it becomes drinks first. Then someone adds another friend. Then the restaurant changes. Then you are standing by your closet, not tired exactly, but strangely tense. Your mind is already working. Where will you park? How long will you be there? Will there be a way to leave without making it awkward? This second pattern is not mainly about stimulation. It is about predictability. Julian Rotter, a psychologist at the University of Connecticut, introduced the idea of locus of control. It describes whether people feel that events are shaped mostly by their own actions or by outside forces. When the world feels too random, the body often reads it as stress. Richard Lazarus, a psychologist at the University of California, Berkeley, studied stress appraisal. His work showed that stress is not just what happens. It is how your mind evaluates what is happening. Can I handle this? Can I predict it? Do I have room to adjust? For some people, outside plans create constant small losses of control. The noise is not yours. The timing is not yours. The social demands are not yours. The conversation can turn anywhere. And even if nothing bad happens, your mind stays prepared. Home changes the equation. You control the light. You control the food. You control the music. You control when the night ends. That kind of control can look boring from the outside. Inside, it can feel like your brain finally unclenches. This is especially true if your life already demands constant flexibility. Work messages, family expectations, money stress, people needing something from you. By the time Friday arrives, one more unpredictable environment may not feel exciting. It may feel like another place where your attention has to stay on duty. If this is you, you may not dislike people. You may dislike being pulled into a rhythm your body did not choose. Then there is the third person. Saturday night arrives. Nobody texts. No one asks where you are. And instead of feeling left out, you feel something open. You make the same dinner exactly how you like it. You put on a comfort show. You open a notebook. Or you follow one idea until midnight without anyone interrupting it. This is the pattern people misunderstand most. For some minds, being home is not recovery from the world, it is entry into another one. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a psychologist at the University of Chicago, studied flow. Flow is the state where attention becomes so absorbed that time starts to feel different. You are not performing. You are not explaining yourself. You are simply inside the activity. Reading, cooking, gaming, making something, thinking through a problem no one else can see. The important detail is this: flow needs room. It needs fewer interruptions. It needs enough quiet for attention to settle. A crowded bar can give some people energy, but a quiet room can give this person access to meaning. That is why the phrase "staying home" can be misleading. It sounds like nothing is happening, but internally, a lot may be happening. You may be organizing your thoughts. You may be noticing what you feel. You may be building something private before it ever becomes visible. If this is you, your life is not automatically smaller because it happens at home. Sometimes it becomes more detailed, more honest, more yours. But this is where the story gets more complicated, because peace and avoidance can look exactly the same from the outside. Same couch, same canceled plan, same quiet room, same message that says, "I am going to stay in tonight." But inside, two very different things may be happening. Kenneth Rubin, a developmental psychologist at the University of Maryland, studied the difference between solitude preference and anxious social withdrawal. That distinction matters. One person stays home and feels their shoulders lower. They make tea. They stop performing. They feel more like themselves. Another person stays home and keeps checking stories. They wonder who noticed. They imagine being judged. They feel safe, but not free. The behavior is the same. The emotional aftertaste is not. This is the question only you can answer. Are you staying home because it gives your life back? Or are you staying home because leaving feels too heavy? One is restoration, the other is avoidance. And sometimes, the hardest part is that both can live in the same person. A quiet night can be healthy on one weekend and protective on another. The point is not to judge the choice. The point is to notice what happens inside you after you make it. So maybe the real question is not whether you are an indoor person. That label is too small. The real question is what home gives you that the outside world often takes. Is it energy? Is it control? Is it access to your inner world? Or is it relief from something you have not named yet? No one else can answer that from your calendar. They cannot know it from how many plans you cancel. They cannot know it from whether your weekend looks exciting online. Only you know what your body feels when the door closes. Only you know whether the silence feels spacious or trapped. And if you genuinely prefer home, that does not make you broken. It may mean your peace has a different address. It may mean your mind needs less performance before it can become honest. You are not trying to disappear. You are trying to hear yourself without all the noise. If this felt familiar, Comment one word below: energy, control, inner, or heavy. And subscribe if you want the next video, because it will explain why some people feel exhausted after socializing, even when they actually enjoyed it.